Good evening and a very warm welcome. You're watching the India Today Cicero opinion poll for the battleground states of Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. I'm Rahul Kamal, and over the next 2 hours I'll be joined by a very fine team of political analysts as we break these numbers down for you. I want to begin by introducing our lead cephalogist, Dr. Ashok Lahiri, Shiv Vishwanathan. Dhananjay Joshi from Cicero has been working very hard in compiling these numbers, and GVL Narasimha Rao, a cephalogist in his own right, but here representing the BJP. I want to take up the numbers for Andhra Pradesh first, but I want to give our viewers a full sense of the methodology that has gone into compiling these numbers. Can we have the methodology up on our screen first? This is a very, very extensive face-to-face opinion poll. It is not a telephonic opinion poll. It's been conducted between the 2nd to the 10th of April 2014. The sample size is 1,793 voters polled across 120 locations across Andhra Pradesh. 60 out of the 294 constituencies in Andhra Pradesh have been sampled. The respondents have been selected from the official electoral rolls, and this is the first time that a media house is willing to put out for peer review the raw data file, which has become a very, very contentious issue over the last several months. As the whole sanctity and the validity of opinion polls is being questioned. The first time a disclosure by the India Today group, this raw data files are academic peer review for people to understand how these numbers have been put together. I want to put out first the numbers for the vote share percentages that are being anticipated in the two major regions of Andhra Pradesh. This is a broad heat map of who is doing well where. And we take up Telangana first, where the Congress was hoping to cash in by creating a separate state of Telangana. The Congress is expected to pick up about 30% of the vote share there. The BJP, along with its alliance partner, the TDP, likely to pick up about 26% of the vote share there. The TRS, which led the battle for the formation of a separate state of Telangana, likely to pick up about 32% of the vote share. I want to go across first to Ashok Lahiri, because the previous sets of opinion polls that had been done had indicated that the Congress was doing very poorly and the TRS was running away with this election. What this poll indicates is that over the past few weeks, the Congress has recovered to some extent in Telangana.
Rahul, I think what has happened is that the Congress may have recovered some position, some ground, but yet it's not translating into seats.
Yes.
Because the main problem is the expectation was that the TRS will either merge with the Congress. That was still open when we did that. But then it found TRS is not even willing to have a seat adjustment. So I think that is the major news, that TRS is fighting on its own. And in terms of Congress performance, though vote share has improved, it's not going to translate into seats.
The other thing that we see over here, Dhananjay, is the fact that the BJP-TDP alliance, not just in Seemandhra but also in Telangana, seems to be doing reasonably well, which is interesting given the ambivalent position of Chandrababu Naidu on the question of the creation of a separate state of Telangana.
Right, and what we see over here is that the TDP BJP together gets about 26% votes, which is actually only 6% less than TRS, which was supposed to or expected to sweep Telangana. And it is basically, the TRS doesn't seem to be doing so well, because on the one hand the BJP alliance is doing well, and on the other hand the Congress, because of all sorts of stories about the Congress TRS adjustment and then finally that scheme of things falling apart, seems to be doing well as well. So Telangana is practically a three-sided contest.
Will the TRS regret, Shiv Vishwanathan, not allying with the Congress, which have made it a clean sweep for the TRS? They chose to go it alone. In the end analysis, given the fact that the BJP and the TDP are on resurgent in the state, will the TRS regret their decision? Just hold the mic.
I'm not so sure. Because I think everyone realizes there's a moment of history where the Congress can at last be confined to its loneliness. And in going for it in this way, I think it is an attractive political decision. Because if you look at it, what really entrances me about this is the loneliness of the Congress. I mean, it looks like one of those romantic lovers jilted by everyone and yet interested in all of them.
And the lovers, though, are not interested particularly in the Congress, regardless of what the Congress may be interested in. Let's put out now the figures for Seemandhra. we've seen how in Telangana broadly there's a three-way fight with the TRS leading the race. Let's see what the vote share percentages for Seemandhra look like. Out of the 25 seats over there, this is broadly what the vote share percentages at this time seem like. The BJP along with the TDP running away in this battle. Jagan Reddy's party coming in at number 2, and this is problematic for Jagan Reddy because he thought Seemandhra was his for the taking. What seems to have changed, Ashok Lahiri, given the fact that every opinion poll before this and had suggested that Jagan would run away with Seemandhra. Now he's in number 2 position as far as vote share is concerned.
Rahul, we must not forget that the alleged corruption charges against Jagan is still on. So that's first thing. Second, the TDP-BJP alliance was not cemented in steel at that time. Now we have clarity about BJP-TDP alliance. Though we are hearing some stories about some problems in some of the constituencies, yet BJP has always done well. In fact, it did its very best in Andhra when it had a tie-up with TDP. So we are seeing this still the same combination, TDP, BJP, and this corruption charge, I think, which is...
No, but this opinion poll was done, GVL, at a time when the alliance had been stitched and sewed. Now that there are problems, could that impact the position that the BJP-TDP alliance has held in this opinion poll in the Seemandhra region?
No, I think these were problems that lasted less than 24 hours. There are certain suggestions from the alliance partner, I think, which has been thrashed out through discussions. So I only see the actual situation on the ground to improve for the BJP-TDP alliance in Seemandhra as well as in Telangana. Mainly because I think as the elections, you see, nominations have closed in Seemandhra region only today. And the real actual campaigning will commence only from tomorrow. And Mr. Narendra Modi had not really visited the state of Andhra Pradesh, the united Andhra Pradesh, in the last 7 months. I think he was there last in August. I think now that everything, the entire thing has been prepared, the ground has been prepared, I think he's setting foot in Telangana on 22nd April, and he will visit Seemandhra also in the week thereafter, and the numbers will actually show up.
Knowing how much
the numbers
of this
will
is
show up
because
for the BJP-TDP.
Chandrababu Naidu's party, and how much of this surge in vote share is because of the appeal of Narendra Modi? Is there any way of knowing that?
Well, the one way that we can find that out is that the PM rating of Narendra Modi is very high. The assumption that psephologists generally make is that if a leadership's rating is much higher than the party vote share, then it is the leader who is pulling votes. But I want to throw up another interesting statistic over here. In Andhra Pradesh, 40% of the electorate is still undecided whom will they vote for. And this is unusually high. And I think it is the context of these new coalitions, older coalitions coming back, talks of new coalitions. Jagan Reddy's viability is still not checked out in the electoral battlefield. And it is these factors which has kept a large proportion of the electorate undecided.
Okay, let's take a look at the ratings for the Prime Ministerial approval ratings. Who do the people of Andhra Pradesh want to see as the next Prime Minister of India? This is for the entire state. Narendra Modi has a whopping 47% approval rating. Rahul Gandhi comes in at a distant second at 17. Even if you were to add Sonia Gandhi's numbers to it, which is only 25, then you've got Manmohan Singh at 4. The others are at 14, which essentially means that Narendra Modi is way ahead of all other contenders in this race. Let's take a look at who the people of Telangana want to see as the next Chief Minister, the first Chief Minister of Telangana. K. Chandrasekhar Rao comes in at 30%, Jagan comes in at 6%, Chandrababu Naidu comes in at 5%, so Jagan Reddy comes in at 4%. So essentially what we are seeing is K. Chandrasekhar Rao being the leading contender to be the next Chief Minister of Telangana, to be the first Chief Minister of Telangana. Let's come now to who people in Seemandhra want to see as the state's next Chief Minister. And this is very interesting because you've got Jagan Reddy and Chandrababu Naidu in a neck-and-neck fight. And that brings out the much bigger story that we're seeing. A state, and I want to go across to a man who understands Andhra politics very well, our editor for South India, T.S. Sudhir. He's joining us on this broadcast now. Mr. Sudhir, Sudhir, look at these numbers. So far, every opinion poll that had been done by the India Today group, polls done by others also, were suggesting that this was a clean, clear race for Jagan Reddy. Now it seems it's neck and neck between him and Chandrababu Naidu. Is that the sense that you're picking up from the ground also? And what seems to have changed? I also want to welcome Keshav Rao. He's looking a little concerned, left the Congress, joined K. Chandrasekhar Rao's party, the TRS. I'll ask him about the numbers in just a moment. But first, Sudhir, what seems to have changed between the last opinion poll and now?
Well, what seems to have changed essentially, Rahul, is that the BJP-TDP alliance means that the arithmetic is working better for Chandrababu Naidu than Jagan's chemistry on the ground, and that seems to have really changed. The BJP-TDP alliance, given the personal brand equity of Narendra Modi, remember the slogan that is being said by the TDP cadre is Modi for PM, Naidu for CM, and that seems to have resonated well with the electorate who are looking for some kind of relief after this very bitter parting with Telangana, this entire bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh exercise. Seemandhra wants to look ahead, and what Chandrababu Naidu is essentially offering to them is that I am the Chief Minister who built Hyderabad, who built United Andhra Pradesh when he was Chief Minister for 9 years, and he could actually do the same with his new state of the residuary state of Andhra Pradesh, and that is the hope that is offering to the people. That seems to have worked, and in conjunction with the BJP, the brand equity that is being brought by Narendra Modi, that seems to be working very well for the BJP-TDP alliance at the moment, despite all the problems that they have gone through. They went through a lot of labor pain, as it were, when the BJP-TDP alliance was born. It was rushed again into the ICU, as it were, given some problems that the TDP had. But now that things will get onto the ground, the electioneering will start, the campaigning will start. The TDP-BJP alliance seems better poised at the moment, though there would be a bit of a caveat whether the same numbers that would be for the Lok Sabha election will also translate into similar numbers in the assembly poll. That is going to be extremely critical to watch.
Okay, that might be a different ball game altogether, but I want to get a sense from our guests, starting with Shiv Vishwanathan, because this is a big story. Chandrababu Naidu was down, out in the dumps. He didn't have finance to run the campaign. His cadre was dispirited. His leaders in parliament, when we met them, weren't very bright about their prospects. They were itching for a tie-up with Modi. Now, he seems to be the front runner in Seemandhra. What are you making of the numbers that Dhananjay is putting out, sir?
See, I think there are two things. One, it's a question of the institutional magic. BJP plus Chandrababu Naidu seems to be attractive. It offers stability. It seems like a kind of hard currency. Jagan Reddy is more like brass. He shines, but I think the shine is going down.
But why is that? He hasn't even had a chance to show whether he can shine after getting elected.
I think what you got to understand is not Jagan Reddy, but a people's response to corruption. See, let's give the people the intelligence and creativity, which is sometimes lost in talking about candidates.
No, but how would that explain all the other numbers for the previous opinion polls?
I think to a certain extent, what is dimming is that corruption and charisma make very difficult soulmates. And let's face it, there is a dimming of that corruption. And I think it's important to see that to a certain extent, Jagan's charisma is dwindling.
No, but is that a simplistic assessment, Ashok Lahiri? Given the fact that here was the front runner for all this while, all that's actually changed on the ground is an alliance between the TDP and the BJP. That seems to have turned the election in Seemandhra around. Before that, YSR was running away with this election.
See, YSR was the news, particularly with the sympathy wave, when so many politicians' sons, widows, daughters are fighting election. Maybe some Andhrites didn't see any reason why Jagan Reddy, who had won Kadapa seat, should not be the chief minister after YSR died. Now, but the corruption charges, as Shiv explained, it's gaining some traction. And Naidu came out because the election, the momentum, I think, built up over the last 3 weeks. And as Sudhir said, Modi as PM and Babu as CM, that seemed to have caught the imagination of the Andhrites, particularly in Seemandhra.
Okay, because we also saw, Dhananjay, over there, 47% approval rating for Narendra Modi as Prime Minister across Andhra Pradesh.
Right.
Now that, to my mind, is very interesting, because that reflects that a lot of people in Andhra Pradesh feel that if the BJP is in a strong alliance, and in this case with the TDP, they want to see BJP in power at the centre.
Exactly. And I'll just make this point that what seems to be happening is that here is a coalition which appeals one, as attractive, two, as an alternative. YSR was a very popular leader. Jagan Reddy seemed to have inherited his popularity, but then, as Dr. Vishwanathan said, there are issues of corruption. And on the other hand, it's been time since YSR is gone. This is a national election, and Modi and the BJP and TDP together seem to be a much more attractive proposition. If you look at it, other than Reddys and upper castes, Jagan Reddy is not gaining much when we compare to the BJP-TDP alliance.
We'll put those figures out in just a moment. I want to go across to Keshav Rao. Mr. Rao, so far we were seeing the TRS, and that I assume would have been your anticipation as well when you decided to join K. Chandrasekhar Rao. We were seeing the TRS in pole position. Now we are seeing a much tougher fight. Is this unanticipated from your perspective, or are you going to say because today's numbers don't suit you, after believing all the numbers so far, will you dispute these figures, sir?
Well, look, that is your perception, but the day I left Congress, I was sure about the people's mood. I was also sure about my ideal. I was also sure of my own gut feelings. But question is, we wait for Telangana. I knew the people wait for Telangana, and the only one party that was speaking for Telangana was TRS. And I had to join the movement. You know, I was heading the Congress party. So a person who was heading the party cannot just go for
Keshav Rao, that was just on the lighter side. On a more serious question, do you think the TRS made a mistake by rejecting the Congress's overtures for an alliance? If you'd tuned an alliance, you would have been distant leaders. Now you've made this a three-way fight.
No, question today is where it was a conscious decision. I was heading that committee where the alliances were to be discussed. I am now chairman of the national affairs because I was looking to that affair. It was a conscious decision because TRS cannot for in any reason either merge or join Congress for the simple reason that today for the next 10 years to come, there is going to be bound to be tension between the two states. And I have to seek my own interests. I have to fight for my Telangana, whereas the national party like Congress has to view the two parties, two sides of the party equally. That means whenever the disputes arise between the two states, they will tend to tilt towards the Andhra, which I will not be able to tolerate after 13 years of struggle.
No, you are explaining why the numbers are changing, but not being able to justify the strategy. I want to go across to H.A. Rahman. He's from Jagan Reddy's party. K. Ram Mohan Rao from the TDP also joining us. Mr. Ram Mohan Rao, of course, looking elated with the figures. I can't say the same about Mr. Rahman, who seems a bit concerned. I want to go across first to Mr. Rahman. Because so far, Jagan Reddy was in pole position, sir, across Simandra. Now, we're seeing a very close contest between the TDP-BJP alliance and Jagan Reddy. Is that the reason you're looking so concerned, sir?
Rahul ji, namaskar.
Yes.
One thing I want to tell you, Jagan Mohan Reddy is an amazing man with amazing grace. Number one. Mr. Naidu, everybody knows, nobody will believe in Andhra Pradesh for Chandrababu Naidu.
No, that's what you'd like to believe. We are here to discuss the India Today Group Cicero numbers, which seem to indicate that at this time, Jagan Reddy is languishing, and we are seeing the TDP-BJP alliance catch up and catch up fast, make life very difficult for your party, sir, which was so far considered the front runner in Simandra.
Right now, the position of the YSR Congress party is very well in Seema Andhra as well as in Telangana also. I would like to inform you, now I am contesting from Mahbubnagar MP, from Mahbubnagar. So Rahul ji, मैं इतना ही बताना चाहूंगा कि तेलुगु देशम और बीजेपी के इत्तेहाद से, इनके अलायंस से चंद्रबाबू नायडू साहब का ग्राफ गिर गया है, and minorities जितने भी TDP में थे वो बाहर आ गए हैं.
Okay, I want to go across to Mr. Ram Mohan Rao, because you're beaming from one ear to the other, we can see that. But we're also seeing the BJP-TDP alliance have some birthing problems, some teething trouble. Do you think that could ruin this party? Don't celebrate just yet. These are just indications. Unless you get your alliance in order, things could still go all right for you, sir.
Mr. Rahul, I have seen the methodology which, taken opinion. Now TDP is a 44% and Jagan is 38%. But Jagan, because of his corruption cases, many of them, they are there in the jail, bail. There are the member of parliaments, industrialists, bureaucrats, they're all in the jail, now they're on bail. So people know, people of Andhra Pradesh, they know that who is give best governance. Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, when he was the chief minister, he was the architect and he's a brand ambassador for the development. Now the country see, Modi is development, here Chandrababu Naidu is the development. Now the formation of the Andhra Pradesh, he only can develop the state. People having the faith on Chandrababu Naidu.
No, I'm sorry. I think this is a very simplistic assessment for what is taking place. And I want to put that question to T.S. Sudhir. Because if the corruption charges against Jagan Mohan Reddy, Sudhir, was such a big issue, and if taint was going to hold voters back, then all the previous opinion polls wouldn't have shown him getting the sort of numbers that he was getting at that time. The only thing that's actually changed is a Modi-Babu alliance. Otherwise, Jagan Reddy, despite the allegation, despite being in jail, despite all the CBI cases, was running away with this election. How do you respond to this very simplistic assessment from the TDP?
Well, what is happening is a very systematic campaign that is being undertaken by the TDP, which has been kind of talking about Jagan's corruption cases time and again all through this campaign. Chandrababu Naidu has been focusing only on Jagan Mohan Reddy's corruption cases, and perhaps that is finding some kind of resonance with the voters. Also, the fact remains that the arithmetic of the TDP-BJP alliance, Rahul, is working very well on the ground, despite the BJP cadre not very significant in the Seemandhra region. But the entire brand equity of Narendra Modi that is being added to Chandrababu Naidu, and given the fact that the people of Seemandhra's 13 districts are pretty hurt over the manner in which the entire division exercise was sought to be undertaken, has led them to believe that they need to look at a new future. Also, the entire consolidation of the industrial lobby that is taking place around Chandrababu Naidu's Telugu Desam, the caste factor that is coming into play, the fact that they look to Chandrababu Naidu as a person who can perhaps rebuild this residuary state of Andhra Pradesh, all small factors actually adding to this coalition alliance which has been built between the BJP and the TDP. In comparison, Jagan Mohan Reddy is seen as someone who will not be part of the power matrix in NDA to begin with. If the NDA comes to power, it will be Chandrababu Naidu who will be part of the power matrix, and they see perhaps more sense in investing in a Chandrababu Naidu BJP alliance at the moment than going with the YSR.
Okay, so far we've seen the overall numbers for Seemandhra, for Telangana and for Andhra Pradesh. What we'll do right now is slip into a quick break. When we come back on the political stock exchange, we'll break this down caste by caste. We look at the major communities of Andhra Pradesh, see which way they're likely to vote and what builds up to these overall numbers. We'll also get you the seat projections done by Cicero and Ashok Lahiri for the India Today group for Andhra Pradesh when we come back.